just did.
What?
We ran the car in reduced power driving permitted console in the garage. Hey and welcome everyone to a special here at Nitro Nights. We are, as you can probably tell from the surrounding, at the Sim Racing Expo, beautiful Nürburgring Nordschleife here in Germany. Plenty of sim racing going on, hardware, software, tournaments, absolutely everything. And to make sure that you catch all the news, we send our champion Joe to show you around.
If you're a sim racing fan, there's also a high chance of you loving good tech. And what can I say? This is sim racing hardware heaven. Motion platforms, wheels, pedals, peripherals. It's all here. One of the, if not the most epic racing simulator on the whole expo is inside of this tent, or cinema, so to speak. D-Box brought their motion zone where you can drive along with a real-life racing driver, feeling everything they feel. So let's go inside. I'm already at the other side, and what can I say? This was just amazing. One of the best simulators I ever tried. You can just feel about everything. The motion platform naturally gives you so much information what the car's doing. You can feel how the weight transfers in corners and under braking, the idle of the motor as well as up and down shifts. So I had a lot of fun, especially driving for myself in the end, and I only went 1 second slower than the pro driver, so I'm pretty happy with that. Apart from new equipment, there's also some real-life racing happening on track. Let's have a look. It's history brought back to life. The 1,000 kilometers of the Nürburgring are one of the most prestigious races and an ultimate challenge for man and machine. Since 1953, this race is held returning to the Nordschleife after being absent for quite some time. It's already day 2 for us, and what we loved the most was meeting all of you guys. Esports pros, influencers, press, developers, and of course the fans. It's just lovely to see so many sim racing enthusiasts after such a long time. We even met Chris Haye and took him for a spin on the Nordschleife in the Porsche GT3 RS. Enjoy!
A lot of exciting things at the Sim Racing Expo, but besides all that hardware, software and everything that touches sim racing one way or another, there's obviously still more to a live event now that we're finally back to live events. One of the cool things is you run into other people, right? And I ran into Chris Haye, and we're actually, Chris, at the track, which means we probably also do other things than just sim racing.
Yeah, you said the magic words, Porsche GT3 RS, and I followed you here, and you weren't lying. So, yeah, we're in the Nordschleife. You end up here, one way or another, it sort of pulls you in.
Yeah, I kind of bribed you with the Porsche GT3 RS. I'm really sorry. Thanks to the guys at Ring Toys, by the way, for getting the car. I had to make sure that you want to come with me. I thought my driving might not be enough to get you here. But let's quickly touch on sim racing. You said it isn't your first time being at the Sim Racing Expo, but it's now the first time that it comes back from COVID. Like, how do you feel that it changed?
Well, actually, surprisingly, of all the things, this time around, we're Friday today, and it's really busy. It's really busy with members of the general public. Traditionally, Friday is more of an industry day. So I think sim racers are just really keen to be out and about, doing things, seeing other sim racers, getting out of the basement, you might say. And yeah, no, it's been really, really great to catch up with everyone in the industry, but just seeing so many just normal sim racers out and about has just been amazing.
Not quite sure if we would call ourselves normal, but that's another topic. And luckily you're right in terms of the cliche. We all like to get out and actually meet each other. I met you, but there are many more Super GTers here. Jimmy Broadband is here. Basically everyone that kind of does something with sim racing. But when we look at the hardware or the software that's there, do you still feel that we're evolving quick enough? Like, I'm wondering myself, I'm in this now for 15 years, we kind of still use the same wheels. Wheels got a lot better than back in the days, but what do you think could be the next step, or what are we waiting for, basically?
It's interesting because you're right in a sense that a lot of the high-end stuff has just sort of crept up a little bit. But what's really changed for me is there's a sort of democratization of some of the better equipment. Many manufacturers bringing things like direct drive to price points that and usability levels that weren't accessible to other people. So that, on the hardware side, that's great. We're in this weird sort of situation software-wise where I think we're all sort of in the middle of a development cycle. We had a bunch of new sims 2 or 3 years ago. Those have now sort of matured, and we're waiting for the next crop, really, particularly things like Assetto Corsa 2. I have to say that because I'm paid for. I just totally paid off. Everyone thinks I'm paid for and bought by KUNOS, so let's just lean into it. But, you know, we have a new generation of sims, probably coming in a couple of years' time, where I think there's going to be more of a focus on things like data output from the sims in a more realistic way so they can integrate better with hardware. We're seeing hardware manufacturers that are really starting to use some of this telemetry data really cleverly to do useful things like force feedback in brake pedals and obviously the motion stuff as well. But you know, it's give and take between the software guys and the hardware guys, and we just sort of gradually creep up the ladder. It's getting better.
It definitely gets better. I mean, we feel that each and every time. And the cool thing about Sim Racing Expo is that you can try out all the hardware and stuff that's there, right? We hear a lot from the community. No one wants GT3s anymore. There are so many. They're in every game. But it's still the best-selling items on basically every platform. So where do you think, in terms of the Classic, do you think it's worth it?
Oh, no, absolutely not. GT3 at Spa is a meme, but it's true. You know, you go and log on to any racing sim that has the ability to just host races, and yeah, you'll find GT3 at Spa is one of the most populated servers in any sim. It doesn't matter which one. And there's a reason for that. It's the cars are fast enough and easy enough to drive that most sim racers can get the kind of speed fix and keep it on the track and have good racing with each other. I think that's where Formula One cars really fall down in some of the really high-end technical sims. Is they're just impossible to drive. You know, the average sim racer doesn't have the time to do 5,000 kilometers of testing and then to build a setup and all of the stuff that comes with those. Of course, we don't need a Group C dedicated simulator, but I answer that in every interview I'm given. Even if no one actually asks the question, I'd get it in there. You have to sort of try and manifest these things into being. But you're right, nobody buys this stuff. And I've talked to many developers about pieces of content that I thought would be really popular because they're things that people have always asked for, and they're just not. It's always GT3, it's always Spa.
Yeah, then we might be stuck with GT3s for a while at least. Although, I mean, we see ACOs changing GTE to GT3 kinda going forward in Le Mans. But talking about the rest of the year, it's not many months anymore. What are you looking forward to? Either what you saw here or in general in sim racing or even the community?
I'm looking forward to everyone getting out into the world a bit more and things calming down a bit. There's been a lot of tension in a lot of areas of sim racing, a lot of communities. We've seen, I think, a lot more friction during the COVID period than we had before. And I think as the world starts to sort of return to normal and heal, it's a kind of wishy-washy, hippie answer, but it'd be nice if we could all just get along again, you know?
Oh, that's a good one. I absolutely accept that one. And I think I went through enough mean questions kind of with Chris Haye. So we will head onto the track now and you guys can actually watch what's out there in terms of hardware when it comes to the Sim Racing Expo. All right, let's get going. We just did?
Wow.
We ran the car in reduced power driving permitted console in the garage.
Oh dear.
This is as good as a timing as it gets, Porsche. Thank you. No. No. That must be a joke. How slow can we go in a GT3 RS around the Nordschleife?
This is nice. This is relaxing.
Oh, someone ripped the barrier there, but the car's not there. And here's all the dirt.
Yeah.
No, it's an R35. Oh, no. Oh, damn.
Hands-on with the Fanatec C's LDD, talks with Usingwell about the Ultimate Plus, and new 6-ground pedals that let you feel the ABS kick in. Sounds crazy, and it is. Welcome to the ADAC Sim Racing Expo 2021, live from the Nürburgring in Germany. My name is Joe, and today we have a peek at the newest additions in sim racing hardware, and trust me guys, there's a lot of that here. So let's get started. This is our big hardware check. Okay, we're at the Fanatec booth right now, and I had the chance to test the new CSL DT wheelbase, the new CSL Elite pedals, as well as the GT3 Bentley wheel that's brand new. And the CSL DT was by far the highlight here. Truly a game changer when it comes to wheelbase technology. The test model was equipped with the 8 Nm add-on, and I tried some wheelbases already, and this can easily compete with the big dogs. Such a smooth transition of forces, strong if it needs to be, good rotational speed, just awesome. We also had a peek at the new Bentley GT3 wheel, premium product, nicely crafted, but there are still some issues with the display that has some kind of delay when you rotate it, but still an early build, and it surely will get updated until release. Strong lineup as always when it comes to Fanatec, but we're at the Usingwell booth now, where I already tested the new top-of-the-line Ultimate Plus pedals. And what can I say? I'm in love. Automobilista, easy motor engine, dirt stage, and the Ultimate Plus at your feet. What a dream combination. The pedals, they feel firm, but not as stiff as some of the competitors, and I think that's a good thing. Yes, you need some force to get the load cell going, but you don't have to step on it like an elephant to get the wish-breaking force. As I said in the beginning, crazy what you can experience here at Sim Racing Expo. So much good new hardware coming your way in the next couple of months, and hopefully some good reviews on our channel as well. I go and drive some more. You best go to overtake.gg and check out more sim racing stuff. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you next time around. Cheers!
Chippy Joe gets all the fun of trying out hardware on the Sim Racing Expo. I get the other part of the fun of going to events, actually meeting people. I'm with Aris from KUNOS Simulazioni, and I guess introducing you isn't really a thing nowadays anymore because you're a Twitch star nowadays.
Yeah, I'll do it myself. Hello, sim racers. They all know that.
It's like you really went hard into the business of being a content creator, kind of around your own game.
Exactly. You know, I'm not working anymore in content creation or the sim ring. I have the dices that I throw up and copy paste the stuff, as I was saying to you beforehand. So what to do? Do some YouTube, channel and
so
to talk with
so
people.
If you ever wondered, he's not the magician on physics that he shows you. He told me he just uses dices, rolls them. That's the values that go in, and that's exactly the reason why the Honda GT3 is down on BOP.
Exactly that. It's simulation value, guys. You know about that.
It's like real racing. I mean, they sometimes do BOP a bit weird as well. But no, let's talk about your projects. Obviously, I'm not asking you for Assetto Corsa 2 because I know that everyone does that, and I tried that already on the Nordschleife. It did not work.
What is Assetto Corsa 2?
It's the EXA that starts Assetto Corsa Competizione, if you want to know.
Nice. That's right.
That's the thing. Now, let's talk about the projects that you already have on the market.
All right.
Not the mobile side, because I think that's not really where we're going today. But what I would like to find out is, for you and for the team working on a title, how different is it going from a game where you were able to do whatever content you liked, you did all kind of cars, the Porsche packs, Ferrari, right? We all remember that. And then you go into the GT racing with Competizione. Does it change a lot on your workflow or how you perceive the game while working?
Well, let's take it from the back side and tell you that we thought that it would be a good idea to try a different engine development, and we tried with Unreal Engine, as you know, and everybody else knows. And we thought, okay, let's do a simple title where we have only one series to do, no big deal, just some generic rules, and small amount of cars and small amount of trucks.
Okay.
We ended up with Assetto Corsa Competizione, which, as you know, is extremely complex. We even don't know what we're doing sometimes inside of the game of this. It's a massive effort, but it is very, very exciting because it permitted us to work really, really close to the teams, to the drivers, to the SRO, which gave us extreme amount of support, and that permitted us to do a big, jump into the quality of the simulation, of the video graphics, of the details, of the sound. It's really very exciting. It's hard, I won't deny this. But I mean, all simulators are really hard to do, so we don't get credit about that. We're just trying to do our best, and it is really amazing to work in such a focused, serious simulator. It's really cool.
So basically try to keep it a bit smaller to make it easy to start off with. And we all know that Unreal, whoever is from the business and does engine, we know that Unreal, due to how it actually renders stuff, is not really the greatest start to get into racing titles. So you had to overcome that. The triple screen, that was another thing.
Yeah.
So tell me, since you went from working in the background, now that you way more in the foreground on KUNOS, I mean, everyone around you on the internet knows you. I always see you streaming or doing a too long didn't read post about what you're doing.
It's always 1 hour at least long.
So what is it, 99% of the messages telling you to fix something, or how is the communication with the community?
Well, the communication is very cool, and I did actually the YouTube channel because I love to stay in touch with the community. Because in the end, we started as sim racers, we have to stay sim racers, because this is what we love to do. And as years go by and you keep on developing, it's easy to lose touch and not understand what people are asking you and why they're asking you to do something, and what you have in your mind that might be wrong. So staying in touch, and nowadays we can do that, with forums. Nobody uses forums anymore.
That's true.
For better or worse. Social media, the interaction is like, dislike, that's it. But online racing and streaming and Discord communities, they have grown up a lot, and they have taken probably the place of the old forums or VROC or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
So my age without telling
Yeah,
my age.
I'll message you on ICQ afterwards.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you so much. And as I was saying, it is very important because you're doing some stuff, you go through the same struggles as they do with your games. So, sometimes you have to do the pit stop and the pit stop is not so good. You say, oh, come on, oh, I did it. So you try so you try to correct that for the next update and so on. And you also have people asking, Nordschleife in Assetto Corsa Competizione every single stream. It is a drink game into my YouTube channel. Every time someone asks for Nordschleife, everybody drinks something.
Oh, yes. They will all be drunk after 10 minutes.
They are all drunk after 10 minutes. That's why they keep following me. That's the only reason. So yeah, it is very important, and it is very cool. I really love it.
Be honest, coming here to Sim Racing Expo, you enjoy more the time that you're talking to all the people here, or the time that you're spending on your Miata on the track? Because I see you every single time when I'm in the parking lot to go on track. You were there as well.
I'll try to be as honest as well. The Miata, of course. I don't want to talk to the people, I want to drive.
That's fine, I accept that. It's the same for me. Thanks for joining us, I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And for everyone else out there, Sim Racing Expo might be done for this year, but will hopefully return next year, or sim racing events in general. Offline, they're really cool. You see a lot of cool stuff, so better visit them next time.